weekend, and I start to see these memes pop up, and in my opinion, they are one of the funniest and most well-done kind of meme-themed, events that we've had, and it's all based on our good friends at CNN. CNN, you may remember, they came under fire from everybody, not just the right, but also the left. A lot of media outlets were saying this is not appropriate regarding what was happening in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and they had a reporter on the ground who was trying to explain that the riots were mostly peaceful while he's standing in front of buildings, plural, that are engulfed in flames. Not the remnants of buildings, not the smoldering remains of buildings. He's literally standing in the shot with the buildings burning behind him. And the worst part is that the chyron underneath, the little thing underneath says, fiery but mostly peaceful protests in Kenosha. He even actually says it in his video. Here's a little clip of it.
What you're seeing behind me is one of multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the course of the night.
By the way, you could hear, I don't know if it was a gunshot or what, but you heard some kind of explosion in there too. Listen one more time.
Multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the course of the night. A second night since Jacob Blake was seen shot in the back 7 times by a police officer. And what you are seeing now, these images came and come in stark contrast to what we saw over the course of the daytime hours in Kenosha and into the early evening, which were largely peaceful demonstrations in the face of law enforcement.
By the way, the other video they're showing, because they realize that the fiery but peaceful protest, that's probably not a good sell, so they split the screen, and the other video they're showing is a bunch of riot police officers standing there, and people just are hurling crap at them as he talks about how it's a mostly peaceful process. So this became a huge joke, and all the memes all weekend long were just popping up. What they were doing was they were taking images from history, and they were putting the CNN logo and chyron. And just for example, this one is Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor, and it says Japanese flyover is mostly peaceful, as if CNN were around in 1941. This is another good one. This is the Titanic. You can see someone's actually cut the actual reporter in there, and it says ocean liner's first voyage mostly successful, which is very inappropriate, but also probably the way CNN would report on that. Here's another one from the Hindenburg in Lakehurst, New Jersey. Fiery but mostly peaceful airship explosion, which is also totally, and they went on and on. This is one from the California wildfires. Fiery but mostly peaceful wildfires destroy California. Oh, this was one of my faves. This is Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark, it's an artist rendering. I don't think it's actual footage from Noah's Ark, but it says breaking news, CNN, watery but mostly peaceful flood destroys Earth, which I thought was fantastic. And then if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll like this one. This is breaking news from the Death Star. Alderaan destroyed in mostly peaceful demonstration. Look, you really have to realize CNN is coming apart at the seams, and people are realizing that there is, from the on-air talent to the producers to the chyron operators, there is this just totally biased underlying machine that is trying to twist the narrative of what's really happening in the world to fit what the Democrats and what specifically Joe Biden want you to believe is happening.